He thought he got up in time, but he hasn't.
No.
And the champion is Daniel Dubois. The argument is ended, and the young lion who has proved superb on the night is Daniel Dubois. Too much from pretty much the word go. He was the superior man, and he has answered the debate. He is the champion.
Daniel Dubois can use a little bit more personality. I mean, he good now, 12-0 with 11 KOs. In a fight where a lot of people were like, both of these guys didn't have to fight each other. But now, you know, he's moving on to bigger and better things. Just like Gorman was talking about in the face-off. He actually predicted his own fate. Now he's going to be behind. He didn't lose on the cards. He got knocked out. And from the very first round, you know, he was in retreat mode. Daniel Dubois was just a little too much for him. Anyway, on TstreeT Controversy, it's just TstreeT Controversy Live. You know, I like Daniel Dubois. You know, it's just that it's going to be real interesting on, you know, on how they're going to market him in this landscape. Now, I understand, you know, I've been covering boxing for a long time. A lot of people give me shit, you know, and don't understand I do my videos live and uncut. So I don't always get a chance to go into full detail on things. But it is hard to sell this day and age, you know, if you don't got a little, you know, like marketability about you. Now, his marketability right now is him being a knockout artist, you know. The prospect, is he going to be the next Anthony Joshua without, I guess, like that charm or whatever you want to call it? Gorman had nothing for him, though. He had nothing for him from the very first round. So now what's going to be interesting is, where does Daniel Dubois go? Now, the British heavyweight champion, Joyce, has defeated Bron Jennings earlier in the night, and the heavyweight division is kind of top heavy. After all, Dubois is only 21 years old. He'll be 22 in a couple of months. So you can take your time a little bit, right? So, I mean, like, where do you send him next? You want, you know, to make sure it's going to be interesting. That's for sure. I want to hear who he wants. And I really wonder, will they go through with Joyce versus Daniel Dubois? That's a big fight for both. And both, really, especially Joyce, has a lot to lose. But a guy like Daniel Dubois, they may say, well, he took that fight too soon. But he has more pro experience than, and younger than Joyce. I would like to see the fight, because I would like to see if Dubois would be able to get to Joyce on the inside, and if Joyce's chin would hold up to what Dubois will be giving him. It would be a real good test for both fighters, but for some reason, I just don't see it. I don't see it happening.
1 second of round number 5. Our referee in charge, Victor Laughlin, reaches the count of 10. Therefore, your winner by way of count out. And now, the British heavyweight champion, Triple D, Daniel Dynamite Dubois.
Wonder what's next.
Really good performance. And there is the famous belt, the Lonsdale belt, perhaps the most beautiful belt in world boxing.
Old-timey
looking belt. And it is now Daniel Dubois' property.
We don't have a belt like that over here in the States.
Very, very sweet indeed. All wreathed in smile.
So as I'm looking at the rankings, Daniel Dubois, number 11 by the WBO, nowhere by the IBF or the WBA. Surprisingly, he's not ranked by the WBA. That, to me, is surprising. The WBA be ranking anybody, even dead people, a few years ago, several years back. And they still got Fresno Quindo, but Fresno Quindo got to remain there because of a legal binding, a legal contract, a court order. Oh, they finally got him in the ring. All right, listen in. Shh.
You going into that finishing shot?
Every fight's a learning fight, and right now I'm still got a lot to improve on, but it was good getting the British title and a good win tonight.
And Nath, I'll ask you, because you've stayed kindly to do the interview. How did it feel to you? Did it go? Obviously, it went wrong in the end, but how was it going up until that point?
It was good, you know what I mean? I felt like I was really in the fight, and I got caught with a good shot, you know, a very, very good shot. He's a big, strong man, and I've always said, if you get caught right in the heavyweight division, you're going to go down, and it's clear as that. But you know, I'll brush myself off, and I'll come again. I'll be back in the gym. This is a good experience and learning curve. I'll be back in the gym next couple of weeks.
And Daniel, when you had him and you had Nathan hurt earlier, did you think that was going to be it, or could you see in his eyes that he was going to come back at you?
I just thought controlling it behind my jab and then putting the right hand into it, and I'll get the knockout. You know, I was very confident in my power, and it worked tonight.
And when he went down finally, did you know that was it? Could you just tell from the way you connected?
I felt him fading. So I could feel his body language. So you know, I just needed to keep working. And every fight, as I said before, is a learning fight for me, and I'm learning on the job.
And Nathan, it seems to me, I know it's been a fairly feisty build-up, even though you're not throwing
Dubois
tables
look like
at
he
each other.
plays Smash Brothers.
Feisty. What about now? Plenty of respect now?
Of course, it's mutual respect. I said going into this, you know, I respect any fighter going into the ring, and I respect him now. You know, he beat me and I hold my hands up. He was a better man tonight, and I'll have to come again. I'm sure I will.
And you want to be out as soon as you can, as soon as you're allowed?
Yeah, definitely. I want to get back home, you know, and enjoy a couple of weeks with my family, because I've had no excuses, you know. I've had a good 10, 12 week camp.
Oh, Smash Brothers playing ass.
I was beat by a better man tonight.
Spoken like a true man. Back to your family, back to your new baby. Congratulations, Nathan. You played your part in a great fight. And Daniel, you were calm. You responded to Martin in the corner. You didn't lose your cool. You didn't do any of that crazy Larty stuff. You must be pleased with your performance.
Well, there's definitely still a lot to work on, but I was pleased tonight, and it's due to the hard works in camp and hard sparring. So I'm grateful for everything.
And just finally, where would you like to go now? Who would you like to be in the opposite corner next time you fight?
You know, that's up to Frank Warren and my team, man. You know, Martin Bowers and everyone, just my dad, everyone sitting down at the table and figuring out the next step.
Daniel Dubois, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thanks very much indeed.
Impressive performance. Impressive. But the big question is, where does he go? You know, and knowing Frank Warren, no telling who, you know, they're probably going to dial him back a little bit. Or will Frank Warren gamble and, you know, try to put him in there with Joe Joyce? Who would be the favorite with him and Joe Joyce? To me, Daniel Dubois would have a better chance on getting in on the inside than Brian Jennings. My personal opinion. Well, I got a lot more post-fight videos coming, man. It's going to be busy tonight. So I'm going to go get dinner started, get back down here, get to the PBC card, and get to the Zone card and TstreeT Controversy. We got a podcast coming. You know, we were denied credentials for this, and I'm really kind of upset about it. A little bit. And also I'm upset that my second Blue Yeti microphone died. This USB port. They're going to be hearing from me. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Please subscribe.